In my home state of Colorado, there's approximately about 30 megawatts of untapped hydropower development potential. This program was initially authorized, 242 and 243, initially authorized back in the EPA of 2005, but the Department of Energy hydropower program only recently received federal appropriations in fiscal year 2014. And the first round of awards are expected to be released any day now, and they haven't even been released as of yet. And so just as this program is beginning to finally take off, it's set to expire later this year. And so there's a little bit of urgency in the passage of the River Act. And so to Susan Kelly, Senate Bill 1720, the River Act, reauthorizes the hydraulic production and efficiency improvement incentives. Could you comment on the value of hydropower to the grid, especially as utilities grapple with the implementation of the EPA Rule 111D and early retirement of coal plants?
Yes, sir, I'd be happy to. We think hydropower is a very valuable resource to have in the portfolio as we move to comply with 111D. One of the reasons for that is that it is a clean, renewable resource, and yet it has characteristics that some of the other ones, for example, wind and solar, do not. It can assist with what we call black start, which is restoration of the system when there's a blackout. It is much more controllable, so if it's needed to back other resources like wind and solar, you can do that. You know, as their production goes up and down, you can release water from over the dams to account for that. So it's a good complement to these other resources. So we strongly believe in hydropower, and we support your act. That's in my written testimony.
Thank you very much. And you mentioned, Ms. Kelly, that hydropower is renewable energy. Is there anybody on the panel today that disagrees that hydropower is not a renewable energy source? So I guess the record reflect that everybody on the panel today agrees that hydropower is a renewable energy source. Mr. Massner?
I think we would not categorize it as a renewable energy resource, but as an important clean energy source. Not
renewable. Why is that?
Well, it doesn't have some of the characteristics of renewable energy, in that we sometimes are obviously clearly affected by water shortages and droughts, and we have to make sure that we're being careful about our conservation of water as well.
What's not renewable about hydropower?
One of the things that we're concerned about is how hydroelectric power interrelates with other renewable resources. So I guess to clarify my point, it's just about how it's treated under standards like the Renewable Electricity Standard.
Okay, so it's not so much that it's not renewable, it's just how it's defined by law, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So I will clarify my comment in the record as well.